How's it going, YouTube? And welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Barrowcelona. I'm Craig, and if you're new to the channel, then I suggest you go back to Season 1, Episode 1 to see where our journey started, where we absolutely smashed the Vanarama National League to bring Barrow back into the Football League for the first time since 1972. And boy, did we smash that league. It was a brilliant, brilliant journey, and I highly recommend you having a watch if you're just joining us. Also, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you'll be informed when new episodes are uploaded. Also, if you do enjoy today's video, if you could leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay then, so today is an historic day for Barrow AFC as they play their first match in the Football League since 1972. And boy, it doesn't get much tougher fixture than the might and fame of Salford. But before that, we'll have a look at how pre-season went and also have a look at the transfer ins and outs that we've had and, of course, today's lineup for the match against Salford. So with the transfer sign-ins, so the first five that we had come in, Aziz, Burley, Owens, Taylor and Grant, we signed them at the end of the last episode of Season 1. So if you want to see my thoughts on those players, then you can go back to that one. But since then, we'd also had more signings come in. We've had 10 players come in altogether. 3 of those are loan signings, but we'd also had 5 loan signings from last season who have gone back to their parent clubs, as well as releasing, I think, about 5 or 6 players. And most of them were on quite decent wages and just weren't going to get anywhere near the first team. So quite a high turnover of players, but it was needed, especially as we've made a big jump from National League to League 2, and I want us to be fairly competitive. I don't want us to get sucked into a relegation battle. So with this squad and with these signings that we've brought in, and we've brought some really good signings, particularly the loan ones who have come in from Man City and Man United, we've got some real quality there, which I think will, give us a good chance of finishing around mid-table, if not better. So yeah, so we brought in this guy called Bobby Kamwa. And he's come in as a free sign-in from Leeds. He's 2.5-star current ability, up to 4-star potential. He's 20 years old. He can play in the centre of midfield as the Mazzala advanced playmaker, box-to-box. Pretty much every role that you want at this level, he can do it. And he's got great stats. I'm really looking forward to playing this guy. He's got good dribbling, first touch, long shots, decent passing and technique, good work rate, excellent flair and decent determination. His physical stats are all good as well. So next player is Teden Mengi, who we've brought in on loan from Man United as a centre-back. He's 18 years old, 4.5-star current ability, up to 5-star potential. This guy looks a real solid centre-back. He's going to add some real quality for us. He can also play as a ball-playing defender, which is obviously key for us playing it out from the back. He's got excellent first touch, technique. Tackling isn't too good for a centre-back, but I think he more than makes up for it with all his other stats. He's got good concentration, positioning, determination. Physical stats are brilliant, and he's quick as well. Playing the high line with the back four that we've got, I'm really keen to make sure most of them are as quick as possible, and he's got it with 17 pace and 15 acceleration. Then next up is Fiorini. We've brought him on loan from Man City. He's 18 years old and he can play in the attacking midfielder role in the centre. The main reason we've brought him in is so that we can play the 4-2-3-1 formation, which is obviously quite an attacking formation and one that I do like to do on Football Manager. And with him, he can do that. He can do the various roles in that position of shadow striker, advanced playmaker, and attacking midfielder. And this guy's great. I mean, he is pure quality. I'm surprised we were able to get him in because he really should be playing at a higher level. He's got great dribbling, finishing, heading, pretty much everything that you want. There's not much wrong with him. Good high determination, positioning, work rate, good physicals. He's not the tallest of players, but he's going to more than make up for that with his technical ability. Yeah, he is an absolute quality player, and along with John Rooney, of course, I think he will be key for us, especially to make this formation work. And then our final loan sign-in, another person from Man United, 18 years old, Reece Devine. He's coming in at left back. I know we had Patrick Brow, who did a great job for us last season, but I just do not think he's going to be good enough to take the step up. Good enough as cover, but we brought in this guy because, again, he is absolute quality. 4-star current ability, up to 5-star potential. He can do wing-back, full-back, inverted wing-back, and even complete wing-back. This guy is excellent. He's got good marking, tackling, passing, crossing, dribbling, first touch. He is the real deal when it comes to wing back. Again, another player who I can't believe we've got him at this level. 19 determination, really good mental stats, good physicals. Again, not the tallest or strongest of players, but again, he will, playing as a wing back, that's not really much of an issue. He's got good pace there at 14 and acceleration at 15. And then our final sign-in, a striker, Alex Samuel, 24 years old. We've got him in on as a free from Wycombe Wanderers. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. Only playing one striker up front. So, of course, we've got Scott Quigley and Dior Angus who can play there. But I felt we needed more competition in that regard. We needed to, Scott Quigley, I think, can do it at this level, but if he's off form, we need someone to step into his place, and I don't think Angus is good enough to do that. So we needed to bring it in. It was really difficult trying to find a decent striker that can play at this level, who we could afford, and with their wages. But this guy came available. He was transfer listed at Wycombe, and we managed to get him in on a free. He can do the pressing forwards role, which again is great because of how we press the opposition from the back straight away. He's got decent finishing, decent first touch, good dribbling. He's a good penalty taker. Excellent mental stats and excellent physical stats as well. So I think the business we've done has been really good. We've really strengthened the squad. The only place where we seem to be short on cover is at right back. I mean, Bradley Barry will be fine on his own, but we've also got Burley and Mengi, our two of our sign-ins, can cover at right back if need be. We also have another 2 loan spots to fill. We've got a little bit of transfer money, and we've got about £7,000 per week on wages to spend. So we've got a lot of room for manoeuvre in the transfer market if need be. And if things aren't going too well in the January transfer window, we have got enough options to be able to strengthen. Now, finances, even with our season ticket money and gate receipts for friendlies, we start the season £35,000 in the red already, with a projection of 350,000 at the end of the season. But we did have to spend money on increasing the seating capacity from 930 seats to 2,000 to be able to play in the division. Season ticket sales, though, have been good. They skyrocketed from 300 to 700, so hopefully that will increase our attendances. That averaged around just over 2,000 last season. If we could get 3,000 a week, that would be amazing. Okay then, so like I said, we're going to go for a different formation and slightly different tactics to what we had in the Vanarama National. So we're going for something that's not so gung-ho, but we're still going to be positive and trying to keep hold of possession like we did before. The instructions are more or less the same, and we're going to be playing a high line. And our wingers will still be key like they were last season, and obviously Kay and Angus and Greaves, who was on loan to us last season, they got a lot of goals and assists between them. But not only that, our full-backs were able to encourage to go up and also provide a lot of assists. So hopefully Devine will. He's totally suited as a full-back in the attacking duty. One of our 2 centre midfielders are going to need to be on a defensive duty. Normally that would be Charlie Owens, but he's only just come back from injury. So it will be John Rooney doing the deep-lying playmaker role, but with the defensive duty instead of support like he normally does. So if we look at the squad dynamics, team cohesion is only average, but that's still pretty good. Dressing room atmosphere is good as well. It's gone down slightly, but that's not surprising considering the high turnover of players we've had. But there doesn't seem to be many, or if anybody, unhappy at the moment, and the managerial support is still very good. So obviously with this hierarchy, we've got the dressing room is full of leaders, which is great, because I think we might be up against it in League Two now, and having these influential people in the dressing room can only help the players. John Rooney has become captain, and with that, that's moved him into the team leader role alongside Jason Taylor, our vice captain. Then we have Josh Kay and Scott Quigley, two key players from last season who are highly influential. And then we've got about half a dozen influential players amongst that. Most of them were also in our squad last season. So if we look at the season preview, the bookmakers are predicting that we will finish 14th at 14-1. I'll be very honest, I would be very happy with that. Anything else above that would be a bonus, but even then, as long as we're not drawn into a relegation scrap, they've got Lincoln City and AFC Wimbledon as the favourites to go back up, who of course got relegated from League One last season. Also up there, of course, is Salford. They didn't do too well last season, so they'll be expecting to do a lot better. And of course, Colchester and Rochdale, who also went down, as well as Forest Green, Scunthorpe, and my team in real life, Swindon. And down at the bottom end, they've got Carlisle, who I'm pretty sure were near enough there in the bottom, towards the bottom last season. And Aldershot, who came up with us via the playoffs, they are the favourites to go down. And I just wanted to talk about Barrow in real life, because I haven't really mentioned it that much since the introductory episode to the first series of this save. The main reason being is that there hasn't been much news. It's difficult to really see how anything is going to play out with all four divisions. League Two, for example, have decided to finish their season on a points per game basis. Which means that my team in real life, Swindon, are champions, but even then it's not guaranteed that they're going to go up promoted, so we're still waiting to see what's going to happen on that. I think though, but because of the Bury situation, there's only 23 teams in League One, so I'd be very surprised if Swindon do not go up and become the 24th team in League One, which of course will leave 23 teams in League Two. So I would imagine it would be most likely that Barrow would go up as champions of the Vanarama National in real life and would fill that 24th position in League Two. But until that happens, until that's all confirmed, because like I said, it's up in the air at the moment, there's not much really I can say about it, which has been a shame that it's dragged on like this. I was hoping in the save that I could talk a bit about Barrow in real life, but nothing was happening, so it's just one of those things. It's an impossible situation. I don't see how there's any way in any of the divisions that you could have a situation where all clubs are going to be happy. The League One situation is just absolutely astounding, because you've got such a disparity between the big clubs and the little clubs. Of course, the big clubs want to carry on and play their games, and especially those that have got a good chance of going up. Whereas the smaller clubs, you've got like Accrington and Burton and AFC Wimbledon, they just haven't got the finances to do the testing and things like that. And obviously, they rely on revenue more so than those above. So it's an absolutely impossible situation, one way or another. Hopefully, it'll get sorted out as soon as possible, and we can have some normality. But that's enough about real life. We will go back into our escapism of Football Manager, and we will play the first game of Barrow AFC in the Sky Bet League 2. So this will be the team for Barrow's historic first game in the Football League since 1972. So we've got Grant Smith in goal in the sweeper-keeper role, of course. Devine at left back, Parker and Burley in the centre, and Barry as right back. Midfield two of Kamwa and Rooney, and the attacking three there of Kay on the left, Fiorini in the centre, and Angus on the right, with of course Quigley up front. So come on then, Barrow. Let's get off to a good first win on our first game of the season in the Football League. Let's take it to them. It's not going to be easy against Salford, who of course have got a lot of money behind them. They can afford really quality players, but I think we'll hold our own against them. So Andrade with the free kick goes in, and it's just headed over there. Birdie hits the ball long, but Quigley's beaten to it. Angus picks it up, knocks it to Fiorini. Plays it to Barry. Barry with a good ball there to Devine on the left. He knocks it to Kay. Kay cuts it inside to Kamwa, and now that was close. That was a really good move there. Switched it from right to left, and Devine and Kay linked up well there. So Kay picks up the throw. Devine crosses it in, but it's not nodded out by their player. Rooney plays it out wide to Barry. Can he keep it in? And he does, just about. Beats his man, crosses it in, and Quigley was there, but that was no way that was troubling the Salford keeper. So we go into half-time 0-0. It's not too bad. I mean, Salford haven't really threatened us, but we haven't really made the most of the chances we've had. I don't think we've had any clear-cut chances as of yet. No clear-cut chances. And we need to take your chances at this level. Now Rooney with the corner. Whips it in, but it's headed out only to Fiorini. And Sanchez makes a great save. And it's headed out only as far as Kamwa. Kamwa back to Rooney. Rooney plays it inside to Kay, and it's a good save from Sanchez. Another corner. So the corner comes in, and it's headed out only as far as Parker. And Parker, what a goal. Back of the net. Oh, he volleyed that like a seasoned striker. Rooney brought the cross in. It was headed out, and Parker struck that sweetly. The keeper had no chance. 1-0 to Barrow. Oh no, and Rooney's picked up an injury. Oh, potential knee injury. Oh no, that's not good. I mean, we were really lucky last season with injuries. Right, so Owens comes in. We'll put him as central midfielder on the defensive duty. So Parker plays it to Devine. Devine inside to Kamwa. Kamwa brings it to Owens. Owens with a great ball to Angus on the right. Angus with a sweet cross, and Quigley. Oh, that was close. Another good move. Okay, they haven't really threatened us that much, but I am worried that they're going to hit us on the break. We've had a lot of long shots, so I'm going to try us to work the ball into the box and get that 2-goal lead. Let's bring on Stojanovic. He played well in the few games. Our youngster who came up from our youth intake last season. When we'd already won the Vanarama National, he came in and played really well in a couple of the games that we started him in. So he can be a deep-lying playmaker in the support duty. And Kay's not having a good game, so we'll bring on Sterling James. So they've got the corner. It's headed out only as far as Wilson, but it's blocked. And we've given away a free kick there. Owens has. Andrade with the free kick. And it seemed to have hit the post, and Smith hit it on the rebound. But no, it's been ruled out for offside. Well, it looked close, but yeah, he was just offside. 10 minutes to go. Barry hits it to Devine. Stojanovic to Owens. Stojanovic picks up Angus there, but he's just beaten to it by Torre. But Angus wins the ball back off Torre. He's running in, and oh, what a goal! Well done there by Angus. He managed to get the ball back off of Torre. Yeah, this was great work by Angus. He got the ball back, and it seemed to go through the keeper, but that doesn't matter. We got the second goal. That's all that counts. Now have 5 minutes of injury time. That's nice work by Fiorini. He did well to pick out Devine. Devine with the cross, but it's headed out. Wilson beats his man, and To'o is through. He shoots, but he wasn't troubling Smith there. Devine. Plays it to Sterling James. Sterling's been given a lot of space. Comes back out to Sterling. Angus was a bit slow to move on to that. And Quigley, and he beats the keeper at the near post. Well, Angus might have been slow to move on to that ball, but he played a really good ball to Quigley. It was a really good assist. And it's now 3-0. What a start to the season. So Sterling James with the corner. And Quigley! Oh, brilliant. Quigley was unmarked there. Simple header. And it's now 4-0. Great corner from Sterling James, but where was the marking for Quigley? He had loads of space. Yeah, he lost his man. And it's now 4-0. So we're coming into the final seconds of injury time. What a second half performance that was. We didn't play particularly well first half, but nor did they. And Quigley again. And it was a great save by their keeper. Quigley nearly got his hat-trick. And Sterling James with the corner. But no one got onto that. Now Stojanovic has got the ball. Can he do something with it? Owens has got it on the edge of the area. Back to Stojanovic. Stojanovic, he picks out Angus. And oh, what a save from Sanchez. Oh, if it wasn't for Sanchez, we could have easily won this about 7 or 8-0. So that's got to be it now. And it's headed out. Parker picks up the ball. And that's it. And it's full time. Barrow 4, Salford 0. On Barrow's first game on their return to the Football League. Excellent, excellent stuff. Yeah, we didn't play that well first half. But we came into the second half and Mitchell Parker with that thunderous volley to get us started. And 3 goals in the last 15 minutes just killed the game off. What a performance. Good performance all round. We defended really well. They came back into it a bit but struggled to get any shots on target. Yeah, really pleased with the back four. Solid unit there. Owens didn't play too well when he came on. Stojanovic, good game again. Dior Angus with a goal and an assist. And Scott Quigley, man of the match with 2 of the goals. Let's just hope that the injury to Rooney isn't too severe. Okay, and thankfully it's just a twisted knee for John Rooney, so he's only out for 6 to 8 days, so he's only going to miss a couple of games at the most, which is really good news. I was absolutely dreading that when it said potential knee injury. Now, I know it's only the first game into the season, and I don't normally do this, but got to have a look at the league table. And there we go, Barrow's first game of the season, and they are top of the league. 4 goals and 3 points to the good. Yeah, that's I'm lost for words, to be honest. I wasn't expecting us to play that well. I thought we might get away with a 1-0 or maybe even 2-0, but to come into that just showed that the players have got a lot of character and they dug deep and came out with some really good performances in the end. Okay then, so for the next game we'll play the next few offline. We'll come back for the Wimbledon game actually, because that'll probably be a tough match with them just coming down from League One at home. We'll also do a live con for the Leyton Orient game. We'll play the Bolton game for the Mickey Mouse Trophy offline because it's not really important. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a great start to this first episode of the second season. If you did enjoy it, if you could leave a like, that would be excellent. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks again for watching. Take care.